Hey everybody, I'm just coming on to do a quick update and answer some of you guys' question. If you guys have any question in regard to what took place today so far, if you guys have any questions. Okay, we have. My jacket got some stuff on it. But it's my jacket. How am I feeling? Did I eat lunch? Yes, I ate lunch. I had salad. How is Kayla? Are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. All right, guys. So you guys did get a chance to see. Thank you, Mackenzie. Did you guys get a chance to see what Milnick said and what happened, and what do you guys think of what you have seen thus far today? Do you think it was a disaster? Do you think anything came out of it? And I'm gonna tell you guys what some of the stuff that was behind the scene and what I observed. Sylvia suited and booted, ready to. I put on all black today. Hi. Y'all want to see me? See my whole outfit? Y'all want to see how slim I look? See how slim I look now? Hold on. I have on all black, black pants, black socks, black top. So black long sleeve. And this is what we use, for the courtroom. Um, okay. You guys, outfit check, yeah. Well, let me explain something. There is some stuff that did come out of it that was pretty good, right? Brady information was gathered in during this. How far will it get? We shall see. We shall see. Because according to certain things, when they talk about the car, the infinity, that stuff, remember the infinity that was mentioned, and another person being the person that's not arrested. That's Brady information, guys. That's Brady information. I know y'all was looking for something else, but that's Brady information. My jacket is it's pretty. It's like to the leg right here. My jacket is it's not short. It's not crop. It's pretty long. Um Yeah, she said it was cold. She said she was cold. I asked her, was she nervous up there? But no idea Woody had immunity. Um there's a lot of things that did come out of it, y'all. One of those things is them giving him that immunity without his attorney, knowing that he had an attorney, that is an issue. I don't know how much of an issue is it going to be in regard to the case. It's more of like, I don't know. They might get reprimanded for that part. But as far as the Brady, there was Brady information given. And you notice how the judge was writing when they talked about the Brady information. He talked about the infinity. Remember that? The infinity. The infinity, and him saying that the person that supposedly did it is not even arrested, not even in the case. So that was big. That right there is big. I know we were looking for slam dunk stuff, but um y'all silly. Y'all stop, okay? Y'all just going in. Okay, let me let some of you guys up for a minute because I gotta get back up. I gotta get back. Court starts back at 2 o'clock, and she starts on time. So I'm gonna put the link in, see if you guys want to come up. Hey, White Chocolate, do you think the judge considered her reliable witness? I think she do. I think she do. It's just that she was all over the place. I think part of it is because she said she was cold, and also she was nervous. Hey, Antonio. Hey,
Sylvia, Sylvia. What's up?
how are you, Antonio?
I'm good. I'm out here on the road. I say, let me get my first one in then. How you doing today? Hey, Miss Sylvia,
I'm
you
good.
look you look real mighty attorneys, DA-ish type,
Hey,
you know what I mean? You giving that energy right now, Miss
look,
Sylvia.
I had to come in there professional. You know what I'm saying? I had
I
to come in
see
there
that. I
professional.
see that. Hey, they probably had heads turning. Oh, who was that bad woman coming through the door? Hey, y'all leave my auntie alone now. Leave my auntie alone now.
No.
Yeah. How you doing though? You good?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So,
How
what
was
do
the
you
vibe
think?
in there? How was the vibe in there?
The vibe was very relaxed.
Okay.
It was very relaxed. It was
Mm-hmm.
very when it got serious is when Kayla, like at the very end, when she was saying, I don't recall, some people was getting having a fit. So it's like,
Yeah. I
yeah,
I
what you
I was
thought?
kind of my thing was, Miss Sylvia, this was my beef kind of with her being an attorney and not being able to recollect some of the information. And I
Mhm,
know it's not that it hasn't been that long. That kind of threw me. Whether she was being choosy about her words or careful about the words she was gonna use or how she was gonna articulate it,
mhm,
maybe I'll throw it off to that. But to be an attorney and you kind of don't remember a lot of the simple things, or like who was in the room, or you know what I mean, how many was in the room, those type of things you don't forget. You don't forget a face. You know what I mean? I don't care
mhm,
how busy it was or how intimidated you feel. Another thing I thought she kind of stumbled upon was the fact of knowing when Judge Glanville was in there and how much of a how close he was to the information or earshot when they was talking. I think
mhm.
she knew a lot of that. So those was my kind of my hiccups. And just her being straightforward and answering to the truth. It was like somebody had her arms tied or she was trying to preserve somebody. And
Okay.
it almost got her put in jail.
So who do you think she was trying to preserve?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if she didn't want to expose too much on the defense or she didn't want to, expose Hilton. I don't know. Because I think her and Simone somewhat got an all right relationship. And she wanted to play to me almost like she wanted to play in the middle. You know what I mean? You can't straddle the fence. You got to tell the truth because even when the judge started asking her some questions, she was ducking the questions, and the judge was like, "Yo, listen, answer what I'm asking you. I don't want to hear about that. I need you to answer me straight up." So those were indications to me that you was either I can't say you didn't know because you did know, but it didn't look good. It didn't
You
look
think she
good.
was holding back?
I think she was. I think she was holding back, and I think she was straddling the fence based upon relationships she got. To me,
Okay.
whether it was with Jeff's family or whether it was with Hilton or was she trying to save face for Atlanta? as far as where she practiced at, but yet it's still not seen too much on the defense side, or you know what I mean. I that's just my observation on it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Hey, Amber.
Hey, how you doing? Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, honey.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing, Amber?
Hey, I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
All right.
Good.
Listen, I am totally disappointed in Kayla today.
Okay.
As much time as she spent after that initial June 10th hearing, going on her social media, introduction to the world, I think she should have ran home and took a pen and a notebook and wrote down a recollection of everything that happened on record and off record,
Off record,
so
yeah.
that whenever this moment came, she could speak intellectually and matter of factly as to what occurred.
I
What
agree.
we saw today was more than a dumpster fire. It was a disaster. And we have seen Kayla, come on social media talking about her Hermes sandals in every color and this and that. And we know that, I even at one point said to myself, I can tell that this young lady doesn't love law. She practices law for income, but you can tell that she doesn't love law by just her performance today. People like Keith Adams and the guy with the ponytail, I'm sorry, his name escapes me. And still, those are people who you can tell just love law. They live it and they breathe it. And I mean, I'm just sorry. I think her profession is going to take a hit after this. Professionally, she's going to take a hit because I would not want to hire her if I was a if I needed her assistance, just based off of what I saw today. So I was glad to see the judge really hold her accountable to certain questions, and that she wasn't biased. She really was going for the truth of the matter. I love that. um I even liked how Attorney Love came back, with like, she was fighting back. I like to see that. But yeah, Kayla really, really disappointed me today.
Okay, hold on. 5954 Vet Boy says Sylvia saying she thinks the judge believes Kayla speaks volume.
I don't think this is about what Miss Sylvia believes or
That's
what nobody else believes but the judge. And so we can't speak to what the judge believes. But what I will say is if we listened, she wasn't the one who gave Steele the information. They went to her and asked her questions. So we can't expect her to remember what the other person told Steele. She wasn't the one who told Steele about Big Nut's murder. It was the other person. It was clear that she wasn't the one who said it when Steele got up and asked, what time did we talk to you? Was it before the break or after the break? Steele made that motion after the break. So
Okay,
we gotta lay off of her a little bit, even though I would never hire her as a criminal attorney. She may want to stick to the civil stuff,
no,
but
absolutely not, Nick. We do have to hold her accountable. She's an attorney. If anything, she should have been able to not, she doesn't necessarily have to recall the hearsay, but she should be able to speak to what went on in that meeting, who was in that meeting, what was said, when it was said, the pertinent information. She should, as an attorney, be able to speak to that. She said, I don't recall more than what Woody did.
Amber.
well,
Amber.
what if she
Let them
did?
speak.
Okay, go ahead.
What if she did say everything that she remembered and the person that went to steal before her lied? See, we don't, it's so much stuff missing in the middle of this. While we're trying to look from the outside looking in, we don't know what that person told Steele besides what Steele got up and said in front of the judge. He never said Caleb Bumper said anything to him. He wouldn't tell. Remember, he was ready to go to jail.
That's true. Crystal. Crystal, I wanted to hear Crystal, and then Amber, you could come back in. I just want to make sure everybody get a chance to say something up here. Go ahead, Crystal. 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 Hello. All right. I'm going to remove Crystal right now because she's not answering. All right. Go ahead, Amber.
No, I think I made my point. I was just speaking to Nick's point. I'm just simply saying that as an attorney, just Kayla being an attorney who was representing Woody at that time. Literally, I think she was on the stand an hour and some odd minutes, and she didn't recall a lot of information. Um, I mean, it just didn't make any sense. That now was this is the moment we've all been waiting for. This ex parte secret meeting, and her and Woody, have done their lives, their Instagrams, and now is the time where judge is letting you put it on record. You're getting ready to tell everybody what happened, whether it was on record or off record. Here's your time to shine. And I think if she took a little, because Kayla had a little attitude up there. You could see it as she was sitting in that seat, and she had herself a little bit more professional and poised. She could have spoke really to what had went on, but that did a lot of overshadowing, and she started getting herself nervous and confused because when the defense was first questioning her, she was. I mean, even then, she just started like it. A lot of it wasn't making a lot of sense. And so I'm just saying, just to her profession as an attorney, like I think what Sadie Nash say, she get an F minus today. She got an F minus.
I
She
fully
ain't
agree
even on the
with you.
scoreboard.
But one thing I have noticed, because I think Kayla is from the Atlanta circuit, nobody in Atlanta, Fulton County they don't take notes. And this is the weirdest stuff in the world when everybody says, well, there's no notes or the notes got lost or this. We know that's a lie. I don't know how many people on here have been to court. I know Miss Sylvia, no disrespect, has been through this system before. Miss Sylvia knows. They
I
supposed to
take
take
notes.
notes.
I got notes.
That's what I'm saying. Why is no one taking notes? You had a full conversation with however many people was in the room with a. Oh, my bad. I do take into account. She thought she was coming in here for something else. She got ambushed with the other stuff. She didn't know what she was coming in here for. Like, like the judge said in the beginning when she showed up, we're not doing trial by ambush, and I think that's what they did to her because they knew Melanie was. I don't want to talk about that man. I know something personal about Mel Nick, so I'm not gonna go there.
Well, what do you think about Nick when the judge, when she tried to, I guess, we'll say pivot from the fact that she had no recollection that this was an ex parte, and the judge kind of pigeonholed her and backed her into a corner on a professional level to say, hold up, wait a minute. You were in a judge's chambers with a judge, the prosecution, no defense were present, and you mean to tell me that you didn't know that that was an ex parte? Well, nobody told me anything, judge. And the judge took her back like, no, no, no. I'm speaking to just how law works, meaning that you know that if that is the circumstances, that that is called an ex parte. And then she kind of had to put pigeonhole her, and then I think Kayla conceded and basically was like, okay.
I agree. She definitely should have known she was walking into, well, not say walking in, but once you got in that, not even in the judge's chambers, you were sitting in a room outside of the judge's chambers with all of these people. The first question that should have came to her mind was, where's the defense attorneys? I have to concede on that one. I agree with that one. But
Yeah,
I will
that
go
was
back.
a question I would have asked. And then the judge did say, why you have not come to me and said anything about it.
Oh, that was the point I was trying to make
Yeah,
earlier.
see
So
that
do you remember when she tried to talk to Glanville and Glanville wouldn't allow her to talk? She was
Mhm.
finna tell Glanville about, I'm not his attorney. He fired me. She was trying to do that, but Glanville wouldn't let her say it because I guess he was trying to hit for him to stay out of trouble. This is a mess. Like, this makes the South look bad. This makes Atlanta, Georgia looks bad, or Fulton County, or whatever it is. This is just a flat out mess. I do agree this should be a mistrial, but I will say, because I'm about the law, it needs to be started over. Not dismissed with prejudice and none of that stuff there. It does need to be started off because at the end of the day, if you did something wrong and they got proof that you did it, let's let it all come out. I know people gonna hate me for saying that, but that's just the truth. Because if it was me, I would understand.
Monica, hey,
Hey, Miss Sylvia.
how are you?
I'm okay. I just was curious about why they didn't call the detective that started it, that originally told it, and then maybe Kayla wouldn't have had to, go through so much because detective the one told it.
You mean the deputy?
I mean the
The
deputy.
deputy.
I'm sorry, the deputy.
Okay.
But we don't know how true that is because nobody said that but Kayla, according to what the internet is saying. Because I ain't never heard Kayla say it. I ain't never still went to jail, so he wouldn't because he didn't say it. So we don't know who said what at this point. For all we know, Glanville could have sent still a quick little text message. Hey man, we trying to get you. I mean, we don't know.
You know, you fucking.
I mean, it's just sad because those guys' lives is online. I mean, if you didn't get them when they hand was in the cookie jar, then come on, don't just railroad them just to get you a case solved. Because at this point, don't nobody know nothing about nothing.
Right. The prosecution should have a duty to, if nobody else need to uphold the law, is definitely should be the prosecution.
Exactly.
They should have to really, dot their I's and cross their T's. I do, really agree with that statement.
Thank you, Black Butterfly. Black Butterfly says she tried to tell Glanville and he didn't want to hear it. She said she didn't want to say in open court.
Say what though? What was it she was gonna say?
Well, she was about to tell him about he knew that Woody was gonna fire her and that she wasn't his attorney. That's what happened with that one there for sure.
Well, then she should have brought that up today. She should have brought that up to Judge Whitaker and said, "Hey, during that that June 10th meeting when the judge had me come up to the stand, I tried to make mention of all this, but it got shut down." And so, therefore, I had retained attorneys because now I was under some type of criminal contempt. And by the advisement of my attorneys, I was told not to say anything. And so, since then, court has been in recess and so forth and so on. So, to me, she should have had all of those steps worked out. Like she should have knew exactly what happened, so forth and so on. But I just think Kayla has did herself a disservice by taking the focus off of her profession and trying to go into a new influencer and profession, and you can see that on the stand today.
Okay, guys. Thank you for your input, guys. But I got three more people that's waiting, and I gotta get ready to get off this live.
Thank you, Miss
Thank you,
All
Sylvia.
right.
Amber.
Thank you, Miss Sylvia.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to smoke my salad.
All right, I'll see you later, guys. I'm gonna bring up the three more people, and then after that, you guys that's coming up, you got about 5 seconds of saying something. Okay, okay. To Mike's, Shell, and Smile. All right, Shell, go ahead. You go first because you was in there first, and then I have two minds and one mic, and then Mr. 444.
All right, I'm gonna be quick. I'm not gonna talk about Kayla and what we saw. We all saw it. Everybody has their opinions. Everybody pretty much knows my stance on that. I would like to talk about what you mentioned about the Brady in regards to the car and the person. So I'm just wondering, is it really considered Brady because it seems as if Hilton just kind of brushed over it and didn't inquire about it, and there was no substance given in regards to it. So maybe that's why Hilton didn't share it, and maybe is it really still considered Brady?
Regardless of what, anything that is given, you have to investigate every single thing. If it's something saying somebody bounced the ball off the wall, if that's not part of the case, it's not shown, but there's a possibility, you have to investigate it, period. That's what Brady is all about. If something is thrown out there, you have to investigate it. And the defense need to have that information so they could go check it out.
So it doesn't matter if she brushed over it or not, but for the mere fact that it was said, then you guys are saying that she's obligated to at least have mentioned it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. 2 minds and 1 mic. Go ahead.
Hi guys, just a quick thing. Regardless, just the baseline is the valuable point is the transcripts. So transcripts have to display exactly what exactly occurred. So when there's off record, when they go off record, when they come back on record, it has to state and exactly all parties who were present. This transcript is missing a lot of valuable information of who was present, when they entered, when they exited. And that is what transcripts are for. So if you read the transcript at face value, all of these other people entering and exiting at all different times, it does not reflect. And it does not reflect any off record or on record or being asked to shut off any cameras or other investigators present. That is what it's there for. So there's transparency. So the transparency still, bottom line, is missing. And I think that is the only fact that holds any valuable judicial weight. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Mr. 444 Smile.
How you doing? And yes, I'm safe out here in Florida. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I just believe that Kayla Bumpus, to her defense, she's being cross-examined by Judges Glanville's attorney and the state. So I believe that the questions that the judge has for her is trying to exonerate Judge Glanville, in my perspective. So to Kayla's defense, she's clearing everything that happened in the meeting, and it seems like the judge is trying to clear Judge Glanville of all wrongdoing. So if there is a mistrial, it won't be because of him.
It'll be more of the prosecution, not
Yes,
the judge. Okay.
yes, that's my take.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. 444 Smile. I appreciate you. I'm glad you're okay. All right.
Thank
All right. Thank you. All right, everybody. I just want to thank you guys for coming up here. And when you guys get a chance later on this evening, I'm going to be going live and I will try to give you everything, every aspect that's happening inside the courtroom. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for hitting the like, guys. Remember, we are the only ones on the YouTube street that is inside the courtroom. Okay? That's the advantage we have over here. So I will see you guys later. I got to get back because this judge did not play. She comes back on time and I am in there. So I'm going to start going to ask some questions for you guys because I have an idea of something. But I'll see you guys later. Go back to the other live and keep hitting that those little emojis, keep hitting the like button and all that. Get this out to everybody. So I will see you guys later on this evening. I will come live to give you guys some in-depth inside the courtroom information. See you guys later. Love y'all. Bye.